How do you think you're going to die? Some people imagine themselves dying peacefully at an old age, surrounded by family members. Others, such as myself, often picture dying unexpectedly, maybe from an accident with no warning at all. But there's a question that doesn't get asked enough. If that happened, what happens to everything you own? The things you left behind at home are still there. Your clothes, your boxes, shelf full of things you've collected over the years. But it's not you who's going to pack them up. It's the people you love while they're grieving you. Would you regret not tidying up a little bit before you went? Well, there's actually a practice in Sweden that takes this exact question seriously. It's called Döstädning. Now, I have to be honest with you, as someone who loves collecting merchandises from the things I'm into, like Adventure Time, K-pop, Harry Potter, I own quite a lot of stuff. I'm guessing some of you can relate to that too. We all have drawers, boxes, and maybe a whole shelf full of things we never really thought about getting rid of. I actually came across Döstädning while I was searching online for a better way to declutter my things. The more I researched about this speech, the more I realized that it wasn't just about cleaning. It was about something a lot more thoughtful than that. So today I want to walk you through the two things. First, what Döstädning actually is and how it's done. And second, why it exists and the impact it leaves behind. Okay, let's start with what it actually means. The word Döstädning comes from two Swedish words, dot, which means death, and städning, means cleaning. Putting the two together, it basically means death cleaning. But don't let the name scare you. It's not about cleaning up after someone dies. It's about sorting through your belongings little by little throughout your whole life, instead of leaving it all for one day. So, how is it actually done? It's not about going through your entire house in one weekend. The process is actually usually starts with the easy stuff first, the things you don't think twice about, like old receipts, clothes you haven't worn in years, duplicate items. Getting through those first gives you kind of like a quick win. It builds momentum before you move on to the harder decisions, things that are more sentimental, or the things that hold a lot of value to you. Those are usually left for last. By the time you get to them, you already practiced making these decisions, so you feel more confident letting them go, or deciding what truly deserves to stay. Now that we understand what Döstädning is and how it's done, let's talk about why it exists in the first place and what kind of impact it actually leaves behind. At its core, Döstädning lifts a weight off of the people we love. Think about it. When someone passes away, their family is already dealing with grief. The last thing they need is spend weeks or even months sorting through someone else's belonging, trying to figure out what mattered and what didn't. Döstädning takes care of that ahead of time. It's a way of saying, I don't want my passing to be a burden to you. But it's not just about other people, it changes how we see our own belongings too. When you keep the things that actually matter, you start to actually appreciate them more, instead of just being surrounded by the clutter you don't even notice anymore. And the impact goes both ways. For us, our belongings says a lot about who we are. The act of decluttering, choosing carefully what is needed to keep, becomes a way of leaving a good memory. Sometimes that represents us, instead of just a mess to clean up. For our families, the impact is just as meaningful. They're left with only the good things that truly matter from us, not just boxes of things to get sorted through. And honestly, this helps prevent something a lot of families going through, fighting over inheritance. So, who gets that? When important things are already sorted and shared with intention, there's a lot less room for conflict. So to bring this all together, today I talk about the origin of Döstädning, what it means, how it actually is carried out, and the impact it brings to both us and the people we love around us. Döstädning is a Swedish death cleaning practice, but really it's so much more than that. It's deeply meaningful for ourselves and for the people we love. So whether we go peacefully or unexpectedly, like I sometimes picture for myself, it's good to be mindful what we left behind, not just our own sake, but for the people we carry our memory forward. Thank you.